Hi, welcome to the BlueMilk Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything Star Wars related. Tonight, we're doing something special.
No, we did something special.
That's correct. And
Thank
not
you,
all of you were
everyone.
there.
This is Darth Squeak.
Sweet. Honey. Baby.
Don't. No, you're going to sneeze on me, fucker.
Can we move on?
Oh.
This takes forever, sorry.
No, this part is great.
So, tonight, we all did something very special. We had a private screening of the Han Solo movie. And not all of you were with us. Shame, shame, shame. But some of you were with us.
Like these two guys.
Yeah, these two were with us.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah, we
So
were
much
there.
excitement.
We saw it all.
All the excitement in the world.
Yeah.
No,
It's also 11 o'clock at
but
night.
honestly,
so...
it was an amazing night. It was fun to hang out with everybody, and a lot of thanks to these guys here, to the podcast, and everybody for hosting an event.
We had
It was
nothing
fun.
to do with it.
No,
No, we
No.
didn't.
you guys ran
We
that shit.
absolutely
It
did.
was all Santos and Hinshaw.
No, they
No.
helped.
All right. So, they helped, but we ran it. Jesus, Squeak. Figure out where you want your ass and put it there.
He just gave you this look.
Speaking of running,
So yeah, we saw Han Solo, or Solo, A Star Wars Story tonight.
very good.
Yeah, I corrected myself.
So-
myself.
Yeah.
I'm BJ.
I'm Jacob.
I'm drinking.
I'm the woman.
I'm Russ.
I'm Keith.
And we're going to take you on an adventure.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, Jesus. This is a 3-part podcast.
3.
Yeah, 3-part.
Yeah.
Uno, dos, tres.
Like the last review.
Yeah, we're going to be super vague
Super vague.
in the first third.
Not so super in the second.
Not so super vague in the middle part. And then,
Spoilers AF.
balls deep for the last third.
Thank you for that visual aid, Russ.
I think it's fair. Yeah.
We're going all the way in. Are you happy there, Squeak? Are you trying to...
No, he's not. Fucker's gonna keep going around in circles.
And while we do this review, we're going to be interrupted by cats.
Yeah.
Galore.
Yeah.
Mainly squeaks.
Particularly this
He's
one.
really trying to figure out where he belongs right now. He's so confused.
So am I.
You guys are on his bed.
Get over it.
Well, I can understand why it's comfy.
Sneeze on him.
Okay,
He
so
doesn't sneeze on me.
who was one of our guests wants to start us out? How about Keith here? He won the grand prize too.
Well, hang
Just to
on.
make what?
We have to give the rules.
Okay, go ahead and give the rules.
Okay.
Rules for the first part. Pronouns only.
He, she, it.
And only very, very vague descriptions. You get too specific, you're out.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah. So, be vague. Alright, go ahead.
All right.
Where to start?
Super vague.
Did you like it or not? Let's start there.
I liked it. It was a fun ride. It was what I thought it would be, and a little extra. There was definitely some fun references. So I don't know how much more.
Any part you particularly like? Go ahead, tell them.
Oh, hey,
Pronouns only.
Any part I particularly liked.
The part with the thing and the things?
Yeah, I did actually like the part where
The thing, and then the things.
that was good too.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
When the thing...
Okay, yeah, you're paying for everything.
You can't really use things
When
for
the
everything.
thing... Okay, so, the thing
The thing.
flew
Okay.
and met the other thing.
Okay.
The really big thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 And then there was also
the bad thing.
The bad thing.
And the big thing met the bag.
Yeah, that part was cool. What about... Yeah.
See how fun that is?
That is great. So...
There's an example.
All right. Gosh, there's so much to choose from then. That covered like a good portion of it right there.
I think that portion of it took an hour.
No, it did not.
There was also that thing when he was playing another thing, and yeah.
Getting a little too specific.
I decided, yeah.
You held back from that?
When he met the other he, and they did things.
Well,
that's a different podcast.
That was vague in a different way.
Yeah.
Cue the music. Thank you. Boom.
All right, what about you?
Oh gosh, I'm still trying to process it all.
Russ. While you're thinking.
I liked it. When it was announced, I was excited for it. And then, through like hearing about the friction between Disney and the original directors.
Yeah, the two.
And then they were talking about then they actually fired the directors because it was too. It was slated as being too funny or too much of a comedy.
They're trying to make it slapstick comedy.
Yeah, slapstick comedy of all things.
Yeah,
like I was really, really worried, and then like my expectations for it really just ended. Like they just went real low, and then they got Ron Howard involved, and I was like, okay, well it might be passable. It might be like decent, but it's still like. They can't reshoot the entire frickin' movie. So I still would probably, at that point, if I were to give it like an expectation grade, I was thinking like a C, at best. And then I saw not the first teaser, but the actual first trailer. And I think you and I talked about that like after the first full-length trailer was released, it was like, this could be decent, but I also like went into it just keeping my expectations like
you had your reservations.
Yeah, I just tried not to even think about it, like because I knew it was like there's so much room for it sucking. So I was like, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised and not expect anything, and I was, and it was decent, and I enjoyed it. There were things, and I'm not insinuating you figure out what those things are, that I think really, really worked for the movie. And then there's like artifacts, I think, other things left over from the original two directors that I wish they could have, gotten rid of more, or, maybe done more reshooting or whatever. Not that that was plausible, but yeah, like I enjoyed it. I think the actor did a decent job of doing Han. I can't think of anybody else who would do better, but like he still didn't like completely sell me on being Han Solo, but like he was decent. I was satisfied with him as Han.
Pronouns only.
Well, he's just giving.
That's the name of the goddamn movie. Han fucking Solo.
They may not know that.
Hopefully they do.
Well, then they can learn before they go into the movie.
Right?
Oh my god, I thought this movie was about...
Spoiler alert, this movie's about Han Solo.
There.
What the fuck?
That's okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So any particular part you liked?
In super vague terms.
So Kevin, Keith, whatever the hell your name is.
I get called Kevin a lot. It's fine. As far as vague spoilers, I like when she did the thing and then explained the thing. That part was cool. I dug that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Say that again.
Say that one
When
more.
she did the thing and then had to explain the thing.
Okay.
I think that's also a different podcast.
That's
No.
accurate, but it is a different podcast. But it is accurate to what this is a scene that he's referencing.
Yeah.
All right.
We could go more into depth later on.
Yes. Yeah.
Please, I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
Well, I do.
You will.
Beat the cat.
All right.
It's probably my favorite bit because it made me think.
Yeah, it did.
Because it did. I wasn't expecting any of that to show up.
Jacob's lost. We'll have to film in.
Yeah.
I really liked it because it entertained me, and as a standalone movie, I think it did actually fairly well for somebody because we had people there who aren't big Star Wars fans, and they actually enjoyed it. They had a good time. They weren't wrapped up in the whole "is this accurate? Is this not?" It came to it to enjoy a movie, and they had a great time. And I think for that, it did a good job. My favorite part probably was the meetup between the two and the solution.
Oh, yeah.
I think it gave a great insight.
On the two's relationship.
Yes.
Enough said.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Took me a second. Yeah, took me a second, but I got it.
Okay. All right. How about you, Dirk?
It was all right.
It was all right. Okay. Any more in depth about that?
Nope. It was all right.
There you go. We trade off. This was me last time.
Does that mean for episode 9 I have to be that?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, I'll go back to me then.
I could come back and do that. It's like,
You can have 2 views.
It's all right.
What?
So, Jake,
What about
did
you?
think of it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You got lost.
You did.
You did.
No,
Really.
I was entertained.
He was trying to think of all the vague references and what the hell we're all referencing. It's like, what?
I was entertained, and I'm happy about that. Because my expectations when I found out that the movie was going to be a Han Solo movie, I'm like, well, what about Obi-Wan? I want Obi-Wan more than Han. So my expectations were low, and then I saw the trailer. I'm like, that's interesting. My expectations went lower, though, still. And then they went a little bit higher with the second trailer. And then when I heard about all the bad press and all that stuff that was happening, that it was going to be as bad as Attack of the Clones, I'm like, oh, cool, it's going to be a bad movie. And I was entertained, and I liked it. So, yeah.
Scene.
I like the thing when it goes boom and destroys the other thing.
The thing when it goes
Boom.
and
That's the same thing that he was impressed with the last
I think you guys are thinking of the same things.
Yes. I think Dirk would miss one of the best parts, though.
Yeah, I probably did. But
Wait, did you fall asleep?
no, I'm
he
pissed.
had to go pee. And he comes back and I'm like, oh my god, you missed one of the best parts.
No, I didn't, because that was dragging on for way too long. But we'll get into that later.
Oh, I think I know which part. Was it the part that I really laughed at loudly?
I don't
We'll
know.
get into that later.
Okay. So, yeah, I was entertained. I liked it.
So anything we want to add to the
Russ.
big part? Anything?
Do you have any more?
The way that
He didn't actually do it.
the interaction between the dude and his dude, I think that was good.
I know what you're talking about now.
Listen to what I said.
Yeah.
Dude and his dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Not just a dude and another dude.
It's the dude and his dude.
And his dude.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Good.
All right.
You know, that's something that could be screwed up and
Yeah.
could have ruined the entire movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah. But I don't think they screwed it up.
No,
No, I thought that
I
was
said
good.
that was that's one of the things I liked.
Yeah, it was alright.
Cool.
Copacetic.
Are we good on the
Anybody
first
else
part?
want to add anything vague in there?
I did my vague bit.
Yeah, I do, because you guys are pointing out favorite parts and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I had an issue with the one dude trying too hard to be the dude.
Oh,
There were several spots where he just tried way too hard to be the dude.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It drove me nuts. And there were other parts where it came across very, very, very smooth.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Wait.
No, don't worry. He'll get more into it.
Dudes that you're talking about.
I know which dude he's talking about. We'll get into it maybe a little bit more into depth in the second part.
So
I will also add in that the little snippets of music that were were very well placed and
having,
very
like,
appropriate.
Yeah,
They put a lot of original music in
Yes,
there.
they did.
the stuff that references the scenes that they were in, it just brought back some good memories, and it made you associate how good the back then stuff is with the stuff that matches it now.
yeah.
He's still staying vague.
He is staying big.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
That was good.
All right, let's go to DEFCON 2 status.
Okay.
DEFCON 2. All right.
DEFCON 2.
Cat.
Make a decision!
He's old and needy. He can't help it. Let's see how you are when you're like
Gato.
96.
Get over here and ignore me, please. I don't want to be pestered.
Alright, so, stage 2 is spoilers if you're intelligent. I think that's the way we went last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we still don't use any
Names.
names.
But you're familiar with the Star Wars universe? I don't know.
I don't know.
So there's still no names, though. Never mind.
Yeah.
Still no names, but
But you can actually describe a scene.
Okay. So
I'm guessing the best example of that would be when the two guys were playing at the game table for the thing.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So let's describe that vagary and let's talk about that. In level 2.
Let's talk about
I get it. Go ahead.
I just want to know how far I can go. So let's.
You can
talk
describe. That's what I just gave an
Okay,
example. I was
go
right.
ahead.
I don't want to because I might go too far.
Go ahead and try, and we'll cut it if it's wrong.
Okay,
I
fine.
thought that the trick with that one dude was doing was pretty sly. And it was original. It stayed with
the guy.
Yeah.
It stayed with the character.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the beginning, and then when they played it out at the end again, I was like, I like that. That was good.
I still think it's hilarious that references the fact that he says that the other guy won the thing by cheating.
Uh-huh.
And it's really, he just out-cheated the cheater.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. That was a nice, fill in of, without being. Without being like over the top, like that's like one thing I was worried about is when they would do something like that and they would tie it in, that it would just be like so shoved in your face.
Yeah.
And that along with the like.
Oh dear. 3 hours later.
No. He's just trying to figure out a way to put it in vagary.
When they're
fuck terms.
when they're encountering the phenomena and the creature, with the creature and the phenomena in the treacherous setting that they were in.
That was a pretty fucking intense scene.
It was good. It wasn't.
I like that the skin was being pulled off.
Yeah.
The thing.
Yeah.
That was a very bold move, and I liked it.
It was intense. It added almost an Alien Resurrection feel to it. That I was like, I know what's going to happen next, and it's not good for anyone.
But it turned out to be pretty good.
Oh, it was real good.
Yeah.
When the thing did exactly what it was supposed, like when he hits the plunger,
Oh, yeah.
and it jump starts the thing,
Yeah.
and then it just dies. It just dies, and it goes. You're like, that's That's exactly what should happen. That's exactly what should happen.
I'm like, how did you miss that best part?
Dude!
You missed that? You missed that? That's like the best part.
That was literally the best part of the movie.
Everyone laughed at that.
Yeah, it really was.
I laughed. BJ laughed. The cat laughed. The cat wasn't even there and he laughed. You weren't, and you missed it.
It was one of the first signs that the thing developed its personality.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
The only thing I thought of about that scene that I wanted to be added to that would be one of the dudes to smack something and then
Yeah.
Right.
I thought that would
That would have been good. That would have been good.
like not because the dude smacks it in the original movies.
Yeah.
I thought about his dude would smack it in this instance.
That'd be kind of
Yeah. That would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it when the chick was in the co-pilot seat.
the other dude.
And the dude is like, hey, I need you to do this. And she's like, huh? And then his dude is like,
nice.
Boom, 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 boom. Huh? And then she gets up, and then
his dude's like, you're here now.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Yeah.
I like that she scooted the seat back.
Yeah. She knew.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a big guy.
I like when the dude met his dog. You're welcome, Santos.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that whole thing.
Yeah, it was good. It's not exactly what I was expecting, but it played out in a way that it matched up with what you believe from these two doing things.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree.
No?
Well,
I disagree.
Goodness gracious.
You disagree.
I'm really looking at spoilers.
I don't know if I can get into
There's so
it
much
here.
stuff.
All right.
I feel you.
What about you?
I'll have to wait.
Let's see here. I was thinking of something and then we got distracted by the other things. You guys got me all
So many things!
I know there was a lot that happened.
We're super vague.
I
right now.
really liked the one guy who was sort of in charge, and how you could see a lot of how he behaved and his mannerisms and what he did affected the other guy, and you could see how he came apart, how he became who he became later.
Yeah.
I like how that guy did not play a bartender or a busboy.
I also like the outfit that he ended up being in, which is a callback to episode 6. With the mask on Castle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a nice callback too.
Yeah, I thought about that a lot.
The disguise.
Like, that was a good outfit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can we go into spoilers yet?
Almost, but
I don't know.
everybody.
Goodness gracious!
You already did yours.
Yeah, I definitely did mine. Keith?
Oh, for something a bit more... No, I discussed mine. The
Oh, yeah,
personality.
Oh, okay.
And then Russ did something.
Okay.
as well.
I guess we got everybody covered.
We're good?
Alright, assholes, full on spoilers. Shut it off now if you don't want to hear this shit, because we're not
Balls
taking any bitching from you people.
You got 3, 2... Wow, numbers are hard.
Jesus Christ!
3, 2, 1. Fucking Darth Maul, man! Like, what the fuck? That's fucking awesome!
But he didn't come
It seemed misplaced.
It seemed
No,
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
haven't
Alright.
seen...
What were you going to say that you were disappointed?
Go ahead.
Oh, the whole Han and Chewbacca meeting up thing. It didn't seem like a life-death situation to me.
I was thinking the same thing.
Han saved him, but it was mutual.
They didn't touch on that at all, actually.
I think it
Was
was...
it the train scene?
I think it's the entire movie is the life debt, because you see Han figure out how to escape and everything if Chewbacca does this. And the whole train thing, I think it's the entire movie, that's the life debt right there.
How many times do you save Chewbacca in the movie?
It's just a
Twice.
friendship. Yeah,
Twice.
Twice.
I saw it twice.
Yeah,
Maybe
it was on the
life
train,
that comes
And then he
later.
and it
gave-
was in the Imperial camp.
Well, I mean,
But Chewbacca saved his ass too.
Yeah.
That's true. That's why they formed that friendship.
So I think it was more friendship. I don't think it didn't come across as a life debt situation.
I agree.
It was more
But
friendship.
I think the whole point of... I think the reason in the future movies is the reason they call it a life debt is because that would explain why Chewbacca is hanging out with Han.
Yeah.
To criminals, you gotta look at criminals who are used to owning people.
There's got to be Han's hair.
It is an
Just
easier
like
explanation, too.
I mean,
It's like life debt. Then the discussion's over.
yeah, the discussion's over. Like, he owes me a life debt, and that's when, like, Jabba the Hutt's like, oh, okay, I understand that concept.
I think Chewbacca was just ready for another puppy.
Yeah. Well, it's fucking hilarious because in the mine, you see, like, his buddy that he did, like, the whole headbutt thing with. Like, his buddy ruffled Han's hair when he's like, I'm with him. And the guy's like, oh, aren't you just cute?
Yeah.
But no, like, I was expecting the same. But I accept the idea that now talking about it, that it would be so much easier to be like, there's your explanation. There's like that, blah, blah, blah. Get off her back, since Wookiee, is going with me.
Well, because, I mean, you have to look at the concept
He's my
of,
manservant, basically.
like Woody Harrelson's character, was it Beckett?
Yes.
Yeah.
He himself stated, don't have friends. Trust no one.
And I really did like Woody Harrelson in this character.
I did too.
He really came across as somebody other than
Woody Harrelson, yeah.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
But I'm simply stating that, like, from his perception, for Han to pretty much be like, no, me and Chewie are friends. We're thick as thieves kind of thing. Like, Beckett would be like, I don't trust, like, I don't believe you at all. Whereas, like, if Han just said, oh, he owes me a life debt, then Beckett would immediately just be like, oh, I get that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on.
Okay, so Darth Maul. We kind of got off track.
Yeah,
So
that's what we did.
in season 5 of Clone Wars, Darth Maul.
See,
Wasn't he in Rebels as well?
Yes, he was in Rebels and he dies in Rebels.
Okay, so he was in Rebels as well.
He dies in Rebels.
He was in Clone Wars.
I understand that,
Yes.
but I was talking about the scene where he died when Obi-Wan killed him in one move in Rebels.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it shows actually his lightsaber. Well, in the movie, it shows his lightsaber and everything. And that's the exact same lightsaber that he uses in Rebels, which is pretty cool. Anyways, in season 5 of Clone Wars, he actually takes over a whole bunch of the syndicates, the crime syndicates and everything, and takes over Mandalore. Which is a callback because the guy, even the head dude of what was the crime syndicate that they were working with, the
Red Dawn?
Yeah, Red Dawn.
No,
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn, he had Mandalorian armor.
I don't think it was Mandalorian.
I think so, dude. That was completely Mandalorian armor.
I don't think he was Mandalorian.
Mandalorian to you.
I don't think. What's the
Oh,
guy's name?
shit. God damn it.
Oh,
Vision.
yeah. He is
Paul
my favorite
Bettany, but
character.
Vision.
Out of
Paul
the
Bet-
whole fucking movie.
I like the fact that when he got really angry, his the
His
lines on his
scars.
face,
Yeah.
and his eyes, they all just got redder.
And then he got super pale, too, when he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really quick.
All the color went out of it.
Yeah.
Boss.
Boss.
He was my favorite character out of the whole damn thing.
I don't know. I just
The way he
think
came across.
because of his fighting and all that stuff, I thought
He knew Terrascasi, and that calls back to what he likes. The vague scene that he was talking about.
My favorite reference was the fact that Kira, Emilia Clarke's character, said that she knew Terrascasi, which was like essentially first referenced in a PlayStation 1 video game from like 1997. Masters of Terrascasi was a 2D fighting game using a bunch of Star Wars characters.
Now, to be fair, Terrascasi was a martial arts form that you could learn in the pen and paper that existed before that.
Okay.
But it was the first, mass-produced...
It's a martial art. It doesn't have anything to do with force.
No, it's specifically a martial arts form.
Okay.
It's designed specifically to fight Force users.
And the Mandalorians, do they use this?
Everyone does.
Okay.
There was even Jedi Masters that knew Terrascasi.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
It just thrilled me that the movie essentially Solo blended together
In Galaxies,
the
you could become a
movies,
Terrascasi master.
the cartoons, and a 20-year-old video game.
Yeah, they blended in a lot of references.
Blended it?
Blended it in.
It's very Jacob.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a Jacobism.
they were able to combine. Like, don't get me wrong, it is not a perfect movie. I will get into that love story.
He just hates love stories.
But you gotta think about it.
Between Han and Chewbacca?
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Han and Lando.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a perfect love story.
Lando was attracted to him.
Oh, Lando is, as stated, a pansexual.
I didn't get any of those vibes or anything like that from this movie. That was a friend. The robot was a friend. I got none
she
of
was
it.
that's right. L3, yeah, that was great.
And I was getting, like, mixed feelings when she died. I'm like, do I really care about this character? And I'm like, oh, she's dead. That's kind of sucks. It kind of sucked. It wasn't, like, terrible.
L3 was as good as K2 in...
I don't think so.
No, K2SO was...
a lot better.
He was sarcastic.
I was sad.
There was more...
Yeah.
There was more involving K2SO.
I wasn't expecting that much of a death scene from a droid.
Right.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see.
So there was substance behind when L3 was talking to Keira Knightley's character.
Not Knightley.
Or Keira...
Kira's the name of the actress.
No, Kira's the name of the character. It's Amelia Clark.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway...
for those
L3
of you who are keeping
speaking...
track, it's 11:30 at night.
We're yawning, sorry.
Okay. L3 is speaking to Keira, and she's like, it'll never work, but he wants...
Yeah, that was funny.
And he was like, this is some bullshit. But no, like, Lando did have, like, at least...
He cared about her.
Yeah, at least some sort of, like, attachment to this droid.
Enough to go back for her, and she got half blown up.
And I like how they explained that, where they how the Millennium Falcon has 2 droid brains now.
I told you.
Yeah. I like how they did that.
Yeah. So
that was pretty cool. And then with the battle scene, like in the very first part where Han got this is like when it goes to the 3 years later,
and Han first meets Beckett.
He's an Imperial
in that war zone. I want a movie like that. That is Star Wars, and that looked fantastic.
I felt that actually was more war-ish than Rogue One.
Yes, and I want that. I want that.
I like the fact that these Star Wars stories, these side movies that have come out lately, have actually shown, like, the breadth and scope of, like, the Imperial military machine more effectively than the standard saga has. Like, this is the Empire doing its job in multiple places. Yeah. It's departmentalized. This is how they deal with the regular citizens instead of failing to shoot at whatever's charging at them head first.
Yeah. Because I thought it was nice to have,
it was actually cool to see stormtroopers that
didn't have, like, the white pearl armor. Well, it was like...
actually killed things.
Yeah, stormtroopers that were legitimately oppressive. And people shied away from them because it was white armor and blasters. They weren't afraid to open fire.
Mm-hmm. I thought that war scene when they dropped off the AT-ST,
that part was cool.
Oh
my gosh.
I want that movie.
Was that an actual AT-ST or was that...
No, that was an AT-ST.
It looked like a precursor. Okay. It didn't look quite like an AT-ST.
I don't know.
It was pretty
It just seemed like it was curled up a little bit.
It was flattened.
There was more... What's the word? It was beefier looking. It had more, like, width.
And it had a better
stocky.
Gun. It had like a Gatling gun, I think.
Yeah, and it wasn't a DP either, AT-DP, which has been around, like, Clone Wars and Rebels too. Mm-hmm. No, it was some other model. It was not an AT-ST.
Really? Huh. The first time you ever get to see the transport shuttles or whatever that they were using that Beckett wanted to steal?
Yeah.
The cargo shuttle?
I think it's the first time you've ever seen that.
Yeah, it was completely new.
Mm-hmm. Those are definitely not intended.
They had that weird... Yeah. Well, no,
not with that...
No, that bottom thing, definitely not. But I mean, inside the ship, yeah.
Real quick, I like where this is going, but I also wanted to tell somebody that if you do see the movie and you feel like Jacob, you should read the book Twilight Company. It's a no longer canon EU book, but it follows a group of company of rebel soldiers, and it's all about war in the Star Wars universe versus your typical story. Okay. It's like a Band of Brothers Star Wars book.
That's what I want. I want that Netflix series. I want my Band of Brothers.
Who knows
Star
if
Wars.
they have a Netflix series lined up?
Yeah,
live
it's
action
not gonna
one.
be that. It's
No one.
it won't be this.
It'll follow Jedi because that's what all the main movies do.
But vehicles. Dude.
Oh, did you see the TIE? What was it? There was like that weird TIE that had like a cockpit was like a little
miniature torpedo.
It was like a prototype type bomber almost.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what they were
we've
doing
seen the
with
bomber. The bomber has the two big ones.
Right, and it had the hex wings. These were still straight wings.
Yeah, they were straight wings, and
they
then
had
it was
a big and a little one.
yeah, and the little
And
one
I've
had like
seen
a red dot in the middle of it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have not seen that before.
No, that was a new model. I mean, and that's who's to say throughout the years before and after these things happened, where were the in between stages for like ship developments? I mean, people do this with cars and vehicle designs all the time. It's like, let's try this idea. Well, this idea didn't work. Let's slim it down or sleek it up or do this.
I mean, just look at.
I can tell you exactly where that came from. Difference in computer technology.
Well, yes, but
He's trying to put his mind in the Star Wars universe.
But I mean, even just look at the
it's the evolution from the Z95 Headhunter to the X-wing.
to the T-70 X-wing.
Huh.
That was a lot of foreign words to me. I'm like, what? I'm like X-wing. I know X-wing, but what's the Headhunter?
The Z95 Headhunter is the originator.
The precursor.
Well, technically, before that was the Arc Fighter.
Oh, okay. I know what Arc Fighter is.
Incom made like the Z95, and it was like a workhorse. It had your familiar 4 engines and
It didn't have the S
a dart fuselage and 2 wings, not 4 that came out, and missile launchers underneath the wings. And then when they said, "Okay, let's make something new and better," they came out with the X-wing.
Okay.
The T-65. And then in the new movies, 789, what Poe flies or
is awesome.
Is it's either a T-70 or there's actually like a T-71. There's Poe's black one, and then there's the regular ones.
The blue one.
Yeah, the blue ones are T-70s.
Okay.
And there's one I'm missing, and like someone will correct me.
It'll be you.
Usually
It'll be me.
that's
I'll
you.
correct myself.
Yeah, you'll correct yourself.
But yeah,
You'll leave a comment.
I will. I will leave a comment.
Earlier, you guys were talking about how you didn't feel like the guy completely got Han. As we know him later on. But if you think about it, Han's kind of where Luke was when we first got introduced to Luke.
Yeah.
He's still learning about who he is. He still has all these adventures that's going to shape his personality. And you got to figure this part right here about this movie where he met Chewbacca, how that friendship formed, how he got screwed over by Kira, how all this stuff kept happening, and then going to go work for the Hutt. All this stuff is shaping who we meet later.
I wouldn't say he got screwed over by Kira because you notice she doesn't say his name to Darth Maul.
True.
Yeah. She says Beckett's name to Darth Maul.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think she still hurt him. He still feels that.
And she lets him get away with the money.
True.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she totally gives him a free pass.
She does.
She could have killed, had him killed.
She could have, but it wasn't 100% either. He's still that a little bit of a betrayal, and her running away from him is going to shape who he becomes later on.
Well, so the roguish scoundrel that he becomes, it's like, a girl in every port instead of, the one that he's coming home to.
Yeah.
I was expecting to see a little bit of more of a, I don't want to say darker, but we're more morally neutral.
I love the fact he shot fucking first.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I know the
Absolutely.
first. Yeah. Shot first.
That's not even
that's what I'm talking about. I wanted to see that. He still had his Kira, and obviously he was forming his friendship with Chewie. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I wanted him morally ambiguous.
Yeah.
See, the thing is Han never really comes across as a morally ambiguous kind of guy. He does kill people, but usually the people he's killing are the people that are trying to kill him.
Yeah.
I've never seen Han be even in the original cut when Han shot first against Greedo. Greedo is a bad dude.
Yeah.
He's there to kill Han. There's a reason he shot first, and that's so that Greedo doesn't shoot him.
And I think that's why a lot of people like that Han Solo when we first met him, is because, yeah, he's a smuggler, yeah, he's done bad things, but at heart, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is you never actually get the impression that he's actually done bad things. I mean, he's done bad things against the law,
Yeah.
but, like, morally questionable as in, like, you know, I've murdered innocent people.
No, I wasn't expecting him to kill innocent people. That's fucking evil.
Like, yeah, I understand that, but like morally gray would be like standing by and letting someone kill innocent people in front of you.
In order to survive, yeah, that's what I would like.
But the thing is you never see Han do that ever. Even in the original cut of like 4, 5, and 6, you never see him stand by and just let people die.
No.
And even when he has
he seems more morally ambiguous in the cantina scene.
He's always kind of had that, you know, that heart of gold thing. That was established, you know, at the very, you know, if nothing else, at the very end of New Hope, where he shows up from out of nowhere to save Luke's ass. You know, so that's always been Han Solo. I enjoyed this movie because you got to see more of Han Solo the scoundrel.
I guess.
As he was so described in another movie, you know, he's always been a scoundrel.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a rogue.
Yeah. You know, this is I mean, he's not he's not inherently a bad guy, but
I would say Cassian is more morally gray than Han.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Was.
Yeah.
Well, and
I also think go ahead. Sorry.
That's the kind of thing I was, like, not as far as Cassian is, where he's just going to, like, kill people, like informants, or, you know,
innocent
marks, you know, or assets, if you will. Like, I wasn't expecting him to go that deep, but, like, yeah, a little more Cassian thrown in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never seen Han Solo be that way. I mean, we just rewatched a lot of the movies, like, not too long ago.
We still need to finish those.
We do.
He's more angry in A New Hope.
Well,
he's also older.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He has more of a reason to be angry.
Look at me. I'm angrier, too. You think I've been this angry my whole fucking life? Well,
yeah.
But that's not the point.
I don't know.
like I said, all the stuff that's happening, he's got to shape you.
Yeah.
Running around and running from everybody.
I feel you.
Trying to keep ahead.
I guess it's more of a preference thing. I'm not debating you or saying you're wrong. It was just like, that's what I was looking for was maybe, and I said this to Jacob in the car, I was like, I feel like his time in like the Imperial war machine would have gotten him a little more rusted.
Oh, like dead?
A little more jaded, a little more dark, you know, and yeah, he wants out of that life, and he does, and he rescues Han or he rescues Chewie, but like, I wanted, he was just like this innocent, he was innocent.
The fact that
that's what bothered me.
The fact that he had spent 3 years in the military and was still thinking and speaking on his own behalf and of his own will says a lot about the character of Han Solo, as opposed to what the military machine does to people that are going to be fighting on the trenches, that are going to be, you know, ran through all the training and regiments and stuff, that kind of stuff. You know, that says a lot about his character, and that's, you know, that's coming from, you know, having had friends in the military and, you know, like active duty and that kind of stuff. Like, you know, it's the expectation of, you know, what the military wants. You know, they want a guy that's just going to follow orders. They want a guy that's not going to speak up about anything. They want a guy that's going to, you know, die so their superior officers don't. You know, especially with the like big wartime situations.
Well, you got to think too, and a lot of people do go to the military. It's either because one, they believe in the cause, or they're going in because they have no other choice. That's their only option out of a situation. Han had a goal. He had a goal with joining up. He was trying to escape getting caught. He was trying to get away from Corellian, and it worked. And then he ended up not quite where he wanted to, but he constantly had that goal of, I want to become a pilot, I want to do this, I want to go back and get Kira. Mm-hmm. He constantly had this goal, and I think that's probably what kept him from really focusing on what was happening, because that was just a side piece for him. It was just a means to an end. It was just a means to an end.
I like it.
Really?
Yes.
I liked Han's ride.
Which one?
In the beginning, one he stole. Yeah, the one that looked like a blue, like a Dodge Charger speeder.
Yes.
That speeder was boss. I love that thing.
I could have done without the whole hot wiring, the Coruscant drift shit that they did.
Dude, yes.
That's good.
It was.
I enjoyed that.
No.
I like the Bosk reference.
Boss,
yeah. There are a lot of little references in this movie, so points if you can pick them up.
Beckett apparently killed Aura Singh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the sniper in episode 1.
Yeah,
and she's in the Clone Wars too. By pushing her off a cliff or some shit.
Oh yeah,
wait,
wasn't
Aura
the push
Singh
to
the
kill her
sniper in episode 1?
Yeah, do you remember? Or no, was it episode 2?
Episode 1.
Yeah, there's a bounty hunter sniper. She's a really white, tall chick with an antenna sticking out of her head. She wears red. She's a bounty hunter.
You see her for it's on.
She's like Boba Fett famous back in the Clone Wars.
During the pod race.
Yeah.
In episode 1, so you barely see her.
Okay.
But she's mainly very prominent because she's part of Cad Bane group in the Clone Wars series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I was also I was really kind of wanting a Rancor instead of Chewbacca in that cave.
You knew it had to be. You had knew
because
it had to be Chewbacca.
They threw him in there, and I was like, "Are they going to throw him in a Rancor pit or something like that?" I'm like, "That doesn't make any sense," but that's kind of cool still. When I saw like it looked like it wasn't. It didn't look like Chewbacca. It looked like Sasquatch, pretty much, in the mud and everything.
I did find the shower scene music.
Yes.
We couldn't have done this one at a time?
That was music.
And I liked when he was in like an elevator or something like that, and they were taking out the guards in the mining spot, and Han's fighting his guy, Chewie fights his hands, he's holding up arms. That's all that's left of the guy.
Everything you've heard about Wookiees from earlier movies is all true.
Yes.
That little hint at the mining thing with Lando, where he says something about the mining being the
and then he
goes
form of, and then he goes on to
and then he ends up
gas
doing
mining.
Yep.
Well, he retired. He was trying to become a legitimate person, like a legitimate.
Yeah.
Lando does have a soft spot for droids with their own brains, though.
Lobot?
Yeah, because those went in, and when he actually went to Cloud City, the first robot he had there helping him actually screwed everything up and blocked off everything and stole a ship. But to end up at Jabba's palace, it's the one that tortures all the droids.
Nice.
Yeah. Huh. Can't remember its name. It's in the book over there. But
the one with that flat jaw, bottom jaw?
It's the one that says that...
You'll soon.
You're a feisty little one, but you'll soon learn manners on the master sail barge.
Yep. That was actually, that droid worked for Lando on Cloud City and actually stole a ship.
Okay, so we focused on a lot of the positivities.
What did you like?
Let's
Lando,
go with negatives.
The dude playing Lando tried too
You didn't like Donald Glover?
He tried too fucking hard.
That's what I figured you were talking about.
There were parts where it just went so smooth, and there were other parts that... Come on, man!
Donald
trying
Glover,
too hard.
Donald Glover was trying to channel Billy D. Williams,
and nobody can channel Billy D. Williams.
No, it was a coin flip. He either had it or he didn't have it at all.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I mean, there were parts when it was over the top, but I feel like he did it. He did Lando.
Yeah,
I think he pulled it off.
I could,
for the most part.
I'm ready for a Lando movie.
This is not Lando, the responsible, owner.
You want a Lando movie?
I'm not saying it's going to happen. It'll never happen, probably. But I think he could carry his own movie
as Lando.
I'd like to know how Lando stole or where he found out the Falcon in the first place, because it wasn't his when they took it.
Right.
So it makes you wonder how he knew it was there and who it belonged to before Lando got a hold of it. Do we know?
Oh, no. It was his. It was just impounded.
Well,
But
he
yeah,
did say that the stories went that Lando had won the ship himself before the whole gambling with Han thing came up.
Yeah. But no, at the time when it was parked in the lot,
Yeah.
or the whatever it was,
Impound.
the impound. Yeah, it was at the pound. It was his for
It
sure.
almost kind of seemed like it really was.
It did first. Yeah, I thought the same thing, but no, like they were. He had all his shit in there.
Yeah,
True, he did have all the capes.
capes.
The capes really did make it his.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I was all those fucking capes.
I like when she's at the fire and he's like worried about the cape.
Yeah.
Not my cape, not my cape. I'm like, dude.
It's a custom.
That sounds like something Lando would say.
At the beginning, Han and what's the chick's name?
Kira.
Their love thing was. It
You
felt
have fucking love stories,
It felt
dude.
very Fast and the Furious. In the beginning, at the end, I was sold by it because
Didn't I just say Coruscant Drift?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it
It
felt
was Carillion Drift.
Carillion Drift. Yeah, it felt very Fast and the Furious love story-ish, and then by the end, I was like, I can see it. And then
That's because it ended tragically and you like that.
yes,
You're just a bitter man when it comes to love.
ain't that
Dude,
the
you're
fucking
just going to
truth?
get divorced several times and you'd be very happy.
I like the fact that that's the first time you ever get to see Carillion in a movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I like how they make Star Destroyers above it.
It did look like a trash heap.
Well, that's because the
It
Empire
was-
took over Carillion. It originally wasn't.
It was Tatooine without the sand.
No. Originally it was pretty alright. But then the Empire took over Carillion for its shipyards and turned it into what it became.
Just a giant industrial.
It was
Complex
It was
planet.
industrial before.
Yeah, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as it is during the Empire's rule.
I like the walking crane that was in the ocean. That kind of looked very AT-AT-ish, but it was like one of those like ship cranes that you see like on like a dock, whatnot. It was just walking. It was really like not in there that long, but I was like, hey,
Apparently nobody else lost a day.
apparently, wow, okay.
And that's why we all watch the movies,
Yeah.
so we all see different things.
What did you like about it, Keith?
I really don't know. I mean, I am with Jacob on one thing. I really don't know if the romance was necessary. I understand that it was, it's a part of his character arc. It gave him a goal to stretch towards early on, that kind of stuff, character-wise. I don't necessarily know if it represents Han Solo the scoundrel.
Mm-hmm.
Especially early on, like, moving on to like, the older movies, and Han being in the position he's in, falling in love with Leia, all that kind of stuff. It's like, it just, that seemed more organic. This is the, I'm not as much the, the smuggler, the rogue that I've, that has been on display for everything, and it's like, we're 5 minutes into the movie and you see a young Han Solo macking with somebody, and I'm just like, I mean, okay, that part I understand, because it's local and everything. I was like, oh, I mean, I get it. If it would have stayed just like a quick fling and that's it, I think that would have actually matched what I expected Han Solo to be, more than, oh my god, you're back, and like all of a sudden he turned into this lovesick puppy.
I thought,
To be honest, I gotta go with Almeida on this, the woman, and say that jaded men become jaded because women fuck them over.
Well, yeah.
Look at Jacob.
Damn.
wow.
So, the fact that there was a love story there and how it ended makes perfect sense as to why Han Solo is a girl in every port kind of guy by the time you see him in episode 4.
Okay. I'm willing to work with that.
Because a woman broke his heart and now he can't trust him.
Which fact is
Right, Jacob?
I can see it.
I think she did.
Yeah.
It didn't come across that way.
Oh no. It was there.
The way he's standing on there on the shore just watching her leave.
looking all
That's
wistful.
a woman.
No.
Yeah.
Like, you're the foremost in emotion.
What are you talking about?
So, I also do not like how he got his last name.
Oh, that was just some random... I don't have people. Solo.
I liked it.
It was
looking for a family name.
Yes.
You want to know who Han Solo actually
no.
You want to... He really wants to sit on the mic.
Bartok.
He really wants to chew on the wires.
So anyway, you didn't like his last name being Solo?
No.
Well, he didn't like how he got there.
Yeah.
But it kind of made sense in a way because if he was trying to hide from them because they were looking for him, you got to figure they probably knew who he was. Because it seemed like, was it Proxima, whatever her name was?
Proxima was pretty cool.
That lady was weird.
I did.
Yeah.
I got, like, very... What was it?
I didn't have a problem with her. She was just really fucking weird.
Sexually aroused?
No, the
caterpillar was something that would have come out of my ass.
No, the caterpillar from... God, bless
Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
She was an evil female version of the caterpillar from...
Yeah.
Without the drugs.
I felt like maybe she was in like a... Like she's the tongue of the Sarlacc pit.
There could be.
You don't know how far down she goes into that water hole. All you know is she popped out. And she's real big.
Well, there was that one scene where you actually saw her submerged from beneath the surface.
Well, yeah, that's when she was running from the light.
She was a
Right.
vampire.
And her guards were male versions of her because they were affected by the light too.
Yeah, but they were definitely not as big as her.
Yeah,
No.
she's like the queen bee.
So, anglerfish.
No. Because they didn't attach themselves and become a pair of gonads.
How do you know?
Because they were walking around!
But they could have been.
No!
Yes, they could have.
She's more like a centipede,
What part
bro.
did you not like?
Probably just more like I said, I was, and maybe it was more of an expectation, but I expected a little darker Han Solo,
Alright.
or maybe a lady player already. You know, like I don't know.
You expected it to go to a much more darker, seedier environment?
I expected. Yeah, I expected it to be like either Han Solo starting out like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and then going there, but I don't know. I guess it could be said that, like you said, that at the end of the movie now, and we don't get to see it, now Han is that way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, these are the experiences that formed him into the character we know.
Right. Maybe I was looking
Well, not even all of them either, because...
What are we figuring? 10 to 15 year gap between when we meet him?
In New Hope?
And 4? I think so. Because I guarantee you, the fact that he says, like, at the end, he references that he's going to Tatooine to work for a big crime lord or whatever. He doesn't even call him a Hutt. Mm-hmm. He just says, I'm going to go work for this big gangster on Tatooine.
We could assume it's a...
We can assume it's Jabba the Hutt.
The other guy,
Beckett
he says the Hutt.
Yeah,
he says a Hutt, yeah.
But wait a minute, they actually mentioned, I think they mentioned Gardulla the Hutt.
They mentioned the Hutt cartel.
They mentioned,
I know that for a fact.
They mentioned Hutt.
Yeah,
they don't say who it is. So, but the fact that they mention that and they reference it at the end, the time frame doesn't fit with them like doing a mission and then episode 4.
Yeah, because he's worked for the Hutt for a while.
Yeah.
He dropped that cargo.
Like I was talking with Keith, it's like Han's worked with Jabba the Hutt for a while. That's why they built up this kind of rapport that exists between them.
Yeah, because I mean the scene they put into 4, and then the dialogue that Han and Jabba had in Return of the Jedi. This is a familiarity. This is they've been doing stuff before. It's even in episode 4, Han mentioned a Greedo. It's like even I've been boarded sometimes. It's like this implies that multiple things have happened since Han Solo went to Tatooine.
Yeah.
What?
It's alright.
What?
I do have to say, the BlueMilk Podcast was correct in almost every single prediction for Solo. So, you're welcome.
What predictions did you have?
Yeah.
Besides there not being any Lobot.
How Han and Chewie met.
How
How they got the Falcon. The eventual meetup with the Hutts, which they didn't go into detail, but he was going to Tatooine to eventually do it. What else did we
how they did
discuss?
Kessel Run.
Yeah, the Kessel Run.
Yeah.
Oh, God, the Kessel Run just fucking drug on.
It did.
The final
Which is why
the final
pissed.
part did. The bits through the actual like maelstrom itself were, when like the classic John Williams music was popping up, things like that.
With the
all the the crystals and the meteor bits and that kind of stuff, like that part was badass. The final bit, that's the part that drug out.
It was like it took forever for them to inject it and escape.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, at this point, it would already been sucked in.
The whole... I feel like the part that they could have cut out that didn't need to be there was when he dropped the landing gear and skidded along the asteroid to take out that one TIE fighter.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not... That's dumb.
Yeah, you could have done
Why
something.
why couldn't Beckett have just gotten out of that particular turret and gone to the top one?
Yeah.
And shot it.
I did like the little move where he flipped the Falcon and he like hit the one next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Move.
I was like, that's
the barrel smack was good.
BJ, you forgot he hurt his thumb, so that's why he couldn't.
Big F.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
he hurt his thumbs. He hurt his fucking thumbs, guys.
His pinky.
Jesus.
No, he hurt his thumbs. He said it specifically.
Yeah, he did.
His thumbs.
So just send Kira back.
No, that wouldn't.
I'm thinking if you're
That
gonna
was
die
a dumb
and be
move.
chased,
Agreed.
Why weren't there? There's two
You
turrets.
don't have to trash the Falcon to kill one TIE fighter.
No.
Sure.
Which he did.
Yeah.
He obliterated the lower portion. I'm surprised Beckett actually didn't get killed.
I didn't like the whole space creature either. I liked the black hole.
That part was
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was awesome.
No, it wasn't.
that part was cool until it got to the point where it was no longer a threat because the Maul was the single threat. It's like why did we introduce this thing just to have it like eclipsed by something larger 30 seconds later, which made for some cool visual effects, but
The skin ripping off of it.
but the tension was gone.
The first quote that came to mind was, "There's always a bigger fish." From Phantom Menace. There's always a big.
but it didn't swim past the cargo hole.
Well, that escape pod.
Escape pod, that's what it was.
I mean, that's the danger of the Kessel Run are the black holes. So we'll just make it. I didn't need to see a tentacle creature.
Yeah.
Well, they did reference that there are a lot of things that live inside that cloud as well.
I know. I'm just saying. I didn't need to see it.
Huh.
I think the eyeball showing up and like knowing there was something living there and then getting past it would have been fine. I don't think we had to go through everything that went on.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the whole like flying through the tentacles and then it getting sucked into the black hole.
Leave it a jump scare. Do something real quick to get out of it, and then
essentially what they did in Phantom Menace.
Yeah. If they did that,
it's sad.
And then
like,
the difficulty
that
part.
we're actually referencing a Phantom Menace scene as something better.
I'm waiting. I'm like, you guys really don't like Phantom Menace, but okay.
No, and here we are talking about the whole underwater maneuvering thing and big fish.
Episode 3 part 1? No, 1 was the one we did the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 we definitely hit pretty hard.
What could have happened is that they could have, oh no, there's big eyes, run away, and then we just see the tentacle monster just get sucked up by one of the malls and get this.
I felt like, honestly, the tentacle monster lives in that area. It knows not to go towards fucking black holes.
Well,
it would have made more sense if it was just like they started flying towards the black hole and the creature's just like, fuck you guys, you're dead.
And like, did anybody else think like emergency jettisoning like the large escape pod was a complete waste at that point because everything had already kind of been, factored into the physics of the gravity well. Okay, so we had one.
They're all stuck in the gravity well at that point.
So like the one large custom escape pod, which changed the shape of the Millennium Falcon, which is why everybody's looking at it, the trailers and stuff, going, "This is not the ship that I know."
But it is at the end.
Yeah, it totally is. And then some because it's so fucking trash.
Yeah.
And that was like the first chapter of it turning into like the biggest hot rod in the galaxy. Because that thing spent like 80% of its time in the garage.
Lando specifically stating that he hates Han and never wants to see him again as he walks away was perfect.
Yeah. I thought so too. That was perfect.
I did have one thing about the creature that was chasing him to the black hole. So, he's chasing a big ship. So either he's chasing one because he can see it, or two because of its energy signature. So we jettison the escape pod, which has no energy signature at this point, because it's not powered up. They just jettisoned it. And it's really tiny. Why was it still chasing it?
Yeah, that whole,
that was the part that bugged me about this.
Yeah.
Like we're all saying, it's rather unnecessary.
Yeah.
You were right. It's drawn out.
Yeah. But the end part was hilarious, where it did not go anywhere, and
that was perfect.
And yeah, the hyena was released, and it was fantastic.
Everybody laughed at that part,
yeah,
because it's a classic Millennium Falcon movie.
Exactly.
We're going to jump into hyperdrive. Oh look, the hyperdrive has failed. Oh look, now we're going to engage.
Yeah, it was good. You missed a good part, man.
Well, the whole part leading up to it not good. That last bit good.
Was good.
Yeah, it would have made it a lot better.
Yeah.
They should have done it earlier.
Even had the engine failure sounds. It was fantastic.
We're also missing the other point of the other group that's been trying to steal all their stuff.
The Marauders.
Yeah, I'm like...
Yeah, at the time, early on, it made sense. Here's a rival criminal faction that's trying to snake, Beckett's deals out from underneath.
It was
that kind of stuff.
with freckles.
And an actual chick.
Leave them as Marauders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it turned...
Well, they turned the Marauders into rebels.
Proto-rebels.
Yeah.
Because,
at that point, the rebels could have been formed.
There's one of Saw Gerrera's rebel.
Yeah.
The dude with the fucking... The breathing apparatus.
With Warwick Davis.
Yeah, anybody else get tickled seeing Warwick Davis?
I love that.
Fuck yeah.
That dude's been in every fucking Star Wars movie.
My only thought was, Willow!
Right?
Or R2-D2.
And Willow with a goddamn rocket launcher.
Yeah, technically, this is the first episode that we don't see either C-3PO or R2-D2. They're in all the other movies except for this one. Yeah, they are. When they're
leaving out of the hangar bay.
No.
But yeah, so
you try to forget
they weren't relevant. I mean, there's no reason to have them there because it had nothing to do with that side of the story.
There was no restaurant.
It's a big ass galaxy.
It would have been really weird to see R2-D2 and C-3PO and Han Solo. What kind of shoehorning do you have to do to make it?
They're just walking past this in the frame of Castle. It's like, what the? Why are they in Castle?
No, because you can't. Yeah, they can't. They couldn't have been there because that's one of the things that 3PO worried about early on too in the movies. We could be sent to the spice mines on Kessel, smashed into who knows what. So implying they've never been there.
Sure. I'm just saying, but then
fuck that.
I'm just saying. I was just saying that this was this is the
We're
very
getting
first
angry
one.
at a hypothetical.
Yeah.
That's about normal for you guys.
It's alright.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I guess do we have any closing parts to talk about the movie?
Are we done?
I don't know.
We should give it a grade, from F for fail, A for passing, for exceeding expectations.
So A to F.
Yeah, or we can do percentages and whatnot.
Most people do 5 stars.
Fine.
Spoiled milk glasses.
All right, I get it.
There was not a single
1 to
drop
5 reel of film reels, like the real film nerds.
Oh yeah, we could take their shit. Sorry, Henshaw.
There wasn't a single drop of blue milk in that entire movie.
Yeah.
Therefore, it gets a 1.
Oh yeah, the only
1 spoiled milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the only liquids that were used were all tasteful alcohol type stuff. No, there was that bad branding.
I don't know if it was tasteful.
And chewy double fisting.
That part was great.
Okay.
Then he got a milk mustache.
I didn't know anyone else caught that. I was laughing.
You laughed at
the whole chin dribble.
I like that part.
All right, so Your grade.
Actually, because it entertained me and it made me laugh, I give it a 5.
Your
I
grade.
liked it.
5 spoiled milks. Got it. Dirk.
I'll give it a 3 for my first view.
Okay.
After I watch it a few more times, that may change, but yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Okay.
It was okay, but not. Ooh, cartwheels.
5. I loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
You loved it that much.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn.
are we talking like Empire Strikes Back loving it?
Dude,
No.
he just gave 5. Leave it at that.
Okay.
Stop comparing it.
Sorry, I compare.
Don't be a dick.
It's a solid 4.
Not quite a 5, huh? 4?
No, not quite. Because there's still a part of you that's like things should happen in a certain way, and it didn't. But I didn't have the level of expectations that I think everybody else sitting here had.
That was nice. Do we have that all
I had to adjust.
I'm sorry, Keith.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can say it again.
There's usually a table. Stop, covering your butt.
That's a pre-intro.
There's usually a table there.
Alright, go ahead. You try that again.
All right. Well, like I was saying, I didn't have. I probably didn't have the same levels of expectations that everybody else sitting here had. It took until watching even like my second trailer to even have an idea. It's like this could be something that would be fun to watch. So I was not disappointed. Were some things done that I didn't enjoy? Yeah, but not enough to really make it bad. It's a fun ride.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a solid 4 for me.
It was the Sabotage trailer that caught my attention.
That caught your attention?
Yeah. The Sabotage
Which is funny
trailer
because
was
the
awesome.
Sabotage trailer isn't even a legitimate trailer.
I know.
It's a trailer that some fan just put the
Yep.
Sabotage music over.
And I liked it so much better than the
Huh.
Anyway.
Okay, Jake.
Oh, I was going to go to Russ.
No, Jake.
No,
you're
you're
next
next in
the
line.
fucking
Next in line.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 3.5 spoiled milks.
Gotta
Alright.
be better than me.
Yeah, well, no, it's just there
Fair
was
play.
a lot of bad, cheesy moments, but there were a lot of good moments too. And it was
What about good cheesy moments?
there was a lot of good, cheesy moments too, and I appreciated them.
Okay.
Like
The capes.
the caves.
That was
no
that
caves.
was-
No
Yes,
caves.
it was.
Alright, Russ.
I'm a 3.5 as well.
Woo!
It's not a fucking club.
It is.
Yeah, it is Russ.
I guess we're now in a club.
Woo.
But it was good. I need to see it again, though.
I was just thinking the same thing. I want to see it again.
A second
Yeah.
watch is gonna be really good because it'll be better to pick up on things that you missed the first time. But
I don't know if I necessarily missed anything. I mean, I don't know.
Usually,
I just need to see it again.
What, Dirk?
Is it just me, or was the whole movie very beige?
There's a lot of beige.
It seemed very, very beige.
Well, there was the beach. Corellia was dark and industrial. I wouldn't really go
It was either
beige.
dark-
It felt blue, maybe.
I mean, Squeak would have just
Well, there was no
been lost.
There was
in
no
it.
Scarif. There was no.
There
The
was-
closest thing to Scarif was the planet they landed on at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the desert world.
the
That
desert.
wasn't a desert.
No, you're right.
The beach
the
planet.
beach
There was
front,
no.
yeah.
There was no green.
It
and there
just
was no
it
red.
wasn't
That's
as
the very
colorful as
Well, the green was at the
previous
end.
movies.
I liked it though because it showed it was more of the grittiness of Star Wars.
I like the fact that they didn't put names of planets.
Yeah, that was kind of.
Every time they went to a new planet, they weren't like, this is the name of the planet they're going
Yeah,
to.
that's what Star Trek does.
And I like
That's what Rogue One does.
That's
Yeah,
Star Trek.
Rogue One.
I like how they did the beginning too, and I like how the Solo of Star Wars.
I never noticed that.
Yeah,
That's good that they didn't do that.
Yeah, put the names up
Yeah,
like they did
I
in
was
Rogue
like,
One.
I totally missed that, but that's
They always mention the planet they're going to, so you hear the name.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you know where they're going, but they never land on the planet and then there's the name.
Maybe they forgot to. Maybe the editor got canned and.
I forgot to take.
That's
that
true. Maybe Ron Howard was just like,
no.
nah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that because you don't need a frame of
Ron
reference
Howard's
for
brother was in
everything.
the movie.
Yeah,
Please
You got distracted.
do that again.
Do what? What were you saying?
Well, no, I was agreeing with the whole you don't need the planet names all over the place, in the movie for the customers thing, because you don't need a frame of reference for everything.
True.
And that was it.
Ron Howard's brother was in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was the mean robot dude that L3 smashed up against, and
okay.
And Lando was like, put the mean ugly,
the ringmaster.
Yeah, the guy that was like yelling at L3 to like back off of his dude. That was Ron Howard's brother.
Did you guys get the reference? They don't even serve our kind here.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
There's a lot of references in that movie.
Tons.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I'll have to go with. I mean, that's the only thing that the references were missable, but like, I just need to. I mainly need to see it again to like, I don't know, process it.
Yeah.
You knew it was Ron Howard's brother, didn't you? You didn't know that was Ron Howard's brother?
Wow. I had no clue. I didn't even know. Like,
Ron Howard's brother's in all of Ron Howard's movies.
Okay. Yeah.
He's like a weird looking dude too.
I didn't even look at a cast list before I showed up. So I didn't even know Paul Bettany was going to be in the movie. And I was just like, holy crap, it's Paul Bettany.
I didn't know Ron Howard's brother was going to be in the movie. I didn't know that they would actually get him in there. Considering the fact that Ron Howard came in, halfway through the production of the movie?
Yeah.
After they canned the other two directors?
I didn't know Han Solo was going to be in the movie.
Yeah.
Apparently. You got mad at me for spoiling the Han Solos in the movie.
Hey, this is the spoiler section, asshole.
No, before you got mad at me when he said the word Han Solo.
That's because that wasn't the spoiler section.
I think people are going to go to the Han Solo movie.
They expect Chewbacca.
It's not the Han Solo movie. It is Solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which is the Han Solo
No,
movie.
it's not the Han Solo movie.
This is what
It
I
is the
put.
fucking
This
Han
is
Solo
more a movie about Chewbacca.
To be fair, Chewbacca is in a lot of scenes. So is Emilia Clarke's character, and Lando's in quite a bit of it as well.
Yeah.
To be fair, I would say Woody Harrelson's character, Beckett, is actually the main character.
I really did like his character. I thought I liked Voss's character much better, though.
Oh, the villain?
Yeah.
Paul Bettany?
Yeah. Even though he wasn't in it for very much, he
played a good,
really
menacing villain. Like,
he was a nasty dude.
by the time you saw at the end, it's like, you kind of, not like feared him, but you were like, holy shit, this guy can do
You
stuff.
definitely didn't. You definitely want to turn your back and you don't trust him.
Yeah.
You start off by seeing him shanking an Imperial regional governor.
Oh, what? Sorry. Go ahead.
And I thought that was cool.
That's already, it's like, okay, we should not mess with this person.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
It's the first time I've seen an actual vibro blade in one of the Star Wars films.
True.
So
Vibro daggers.
That was pretty cool.
What were you going to say, Russ?
Darth Maul looked fat.
Yeah, he did.
He looked a little weird.
Was that?
I think he put on weight with the metal half of him.
Yeah, right, prosthetics.
All I know is he did
He
not.
looked a little chunky in the face.
All I know is I
Wasn't
remember
the same actor.
I know that.
because the first time you saw him, he's like this very.
Slim.
Well, no, he's this very like intense guy. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't do anything. He just has this laser stare. And just like, I'm a badass and I know I'm a badass. This guy would shut the fuck up. And he looked happy about it. He's like, hi.
He should have said less. That's for damn sure. They should have. He should have just been more menacing looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was almost like they got the makeup wrong.
it looked
There
weird.
were parts of it. Yeah, it's like I don't know what the time frame.
I think the hologram needed to be more blue. I think.
Well, there is that. Yeah.
I think the hologram needed to be more blue.
Like traditional.
A little bit more, instead of like to show that he's like, we all know what Darth Maul is.
Yep.
You don't need to show him that he's red or anything.
Yep.
If you add a little bit of red, sure, that's okay, but don't. It needs to be mainly blue because
That would have been cooler.
I think that would have been awesome
It would have shaped
and
10
not
pounds
as
off
big. I think
Hopefully.
also the other reason why that we think that he was bigger is because he was actually larger than normal size. He was a bit bigger and all that stuff. And I'm like,
well, I was kind of hoping that rather than him, it would have been Palpatine.
I was thinking Snoke. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
I thought it would have been cool. Like, holy shit, Snoke. That would have been fucking cool.
That would tie some things together there.
And it's
like who the fuck is Snoke?
Yeah, if he's controlling some syndicates in the galaxy.
They haven't even answered that question.
No, they
We don't know how he
And they probably never will.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's a whole.
Well, maybe in the Boba Fett movie.
That's a whole subplot.
Boba Fett. Hey, I'm living up to the name, bro.
Yes,
Boba Fett. He sits out with his banjo in the swamp.
And his flamethrower.
It goes to Walmart.
He uses the flamethrower to cook his Crocs.
Oh boy. Goes around topless. Just
No, he's got a white.
With an American. No,
he doesn't
go.
go Mando shorts.
No,
And his socks are American. The American flag.
he goes Winnie the Pooh. He just wears the top half of his armor.
Well, he's still got to wear his helmet.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
You think we got enough?
I think
so.
we have plenty.
Oh, man.
Cool. Well, in that case, thank you all for joining us for this wonderful experience. Thank everyone who came to the movie.
Thank you, BlueMilk.
Yeah.
Thank us. And thank Matt Santos from the Mile High Show for helping us, as well as Matt Hinshaw from the Real Film Nerds for also supporting
See
us.
their links in the description.
Yeah.
And thank you, Russ and Keith, for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Well done, guys.
I'm not going to thank him.
We're the three
He
and a half
won. Well, kind of.
No, he defaulted. He got the default.
He was chosen.
It's not his fault.
I was standing in the right
It's not
place at
his
the right
fault.
time. That's exactly what
He
happened.
still won. He's here.
And Russ just gave me fucking puppy dog eyes.
He really wanted to win the grand prize.
Yeah. So, anyway, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you.
coming. Especially on a Thursday night after midnight.
No shit.
No, it's all good.
I don't think any of us have, like...
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
I gotta go
Me
to work
too.
tomorrow.
This is Sunday night for me.
I don't.
It's already tomorrow, and I have to work right now. So, see you guys.
Toodles!
Bye.